Hello, my name is Rob, and thank you for watching the Vovo Brick YouTube channel. That's veteran-owned, veteran-operated, in conjunction with the veteran-owned, veteran-operated Bricklink store. In a previous video, I had mentioned Brixie's wall that he was building from Lego bricks that he'd received from patrons and viewers. People would send him a brick, and he's been building a wall from all those bricks. And I thought, what a terrific idea. And having received my first brick in the mail just yesterday, I thought, what a great idea, because that brick had somebody's name on it, and you can find that in another video. So one thing that I wanted to do is just very briefly just, tell you another story, one of tragedy. This one doesn't necessarily involve suicide, but it is a dear friend who is lost, and I want to include him in this wall. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about his story. So this is a regular 2x4 brick. It's light blue. Again, I'm not really sure of the exact colors, but I'm just going to tell you a really quick story. So Larson, Adam Larson, more specifically Private First Class Adam Larson, he was at basic training with me, and essentially, this was early on in basic training, so we didn't necessarily have the upper body strength or the total body strength that we may have if it had gone on later on in basic training, or training in general. But on February 26th, we were going through the confidence course, and it's raining outside, and in February in Paris Island, it is it's still cold. I'm from New Hampshire, so I'm used to it being snowy and freezing, but South Carolina in February is really cold. But it was raining, and it was windy, and it was cold, and the elements were getting to us, and we were on the confidence course, and the drills were laughing at us because we were getting pelted with the rain. And Private Larson, I guess at this point it was Recruit Larson, but Private Larson climbed up onto the overhead rope bridge obstacle, the Slide for Life. Now, back in those days, it was quite a bit higher, at least from what I can remember. I remember it being 60 plus feet in the air. There were also no safety nets, and Private Larson was ordered to go out onto the rope, and like any good recruit, Marine, soldier, Navyman, airman, serviceman or woman following orders would do, he did so. He went out onto the rope in an attempt to cross the overhead rope bridge obstacle. He didn't do it hesitantly. Sorry, I can't talk today. If he was nervous, it didn't show on his face. If he was hesitant, it didn't show on his face. He made it about halfway across the rope bridge obstacle when the rope that was wet and the elements pelting him in the face, it caused him to lose his grip, and he fell, what I remember, 60 plus feet to the ground. I was in close enough proximity to him to hear his neck snap. I can remember running to him and attempting to stabilize, perform CPR, perform life-saving treatment. But essentially he was dead on impact. Now, it's a name, Larson. I've held and carried his name around with me for the past 20-something years. We were approximately the same age, maybe a few months apart. Huge baseball fans. Had our whole lives ahead of us. He could have been, a football star or a surgeon or, a doctor or a lawyer. He was certainly somebody's brother, somebody's son. He had a sister, Elizabeth, so did I. So he has stayed with me for so long. And looking back on it, I had wondered why in particular, where I have personally seen, either in close proximity or I've personally known 17 people in the military who have died either through their own hand or due to complications of wounds in war. Why did PFC Adam Larson, who fell to his death in a tragic training exercise, an accident, why did he stick with me? And I thought about that over and over and over again. I was 17, and he was the first person that I saw pass away. And if you can tell, my phone is shaking a little bit. I thought that maybe, what if I was on the rope? What would have happened? Would I have made it all the way across? I never had a chance to go on the rope because naturally they closed down the obstacle. We all ran back to garrison, back to the barracks. The company commander and the first sergeant were later court-martialed for gross negligence and dereliction of duty. They now have safety nets. Things are a lot more safe and a lot more controlled. But he could have done all of those things, but he chose to serve his country. He chose to make that sacrifice. And although his death came in a training exercise, it was no less real than if it would have come on the battlefield. I'll remember him. I'll think about him every day for the rest of my life, and I'll carry him around for the rest of my life. I'll continue to share his story, the story of what was, the story of what could have been. I'll continue to share it all with you. And I'm going to add Adam Larson to the small and ever-growing wall. You see, it's not very big right now. Unfortunately, it will continue to grow. It will continue to get bigger, but this is just our way of trying to capture these brave men and women who gave everything for our country. So if you like, if you have a personal story of someone you lost due to suicide, or somebody that you lost in battle, if you'd like to share your story with me, or if you'd like me to share your story on YouTube, that would be something that I would be honored to do. And you can send me a brick, write their name on it, any kind of brick you want, and I'll try my best to incorporate it into the wall. My email address is vovo, that's VOVO bricks @gmail.com. If you send me your story, I can send you my address and you can send me a brick, or you can tell me what name to write on a brick. If you're not particular with the color, I can do that as well. Again, I'd like to just thank Brixie for this idea of collecting bricks from patrons and from people who watch the channel, people who support the veteran community, people who want to raise mental health and suicide awareness. That's what we're all about. So hopefully this wall will continue to grow. Well, not hopefully, it will grow. And as I like to end every video, if you or somebody you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, here's the Veterans Crisis Line. Please reach out to them. The resources are terrific, and maybe they can help you with what's currently going on. If this is content that you like or think others might like, please consider liking and subscribing and sharing with others, and hopefully we can continue to get the word out there. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.